45 to 50. Chance of a few rain and/or snow showers late tonight. Overnight temperature around 33, 34. Partly to mostly cloudy in the morning, partly to mostly sunny Sunday afternoon. And the high Sunday near 50. Monday, a chance of rain showers, partly sunny in the low 50s. Jonesboro, that's your KLEK 102.5 FM weather.
It's 12:01.
KLEK LP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for our Thoughts on the Matter, a program offering opinions from all sides of the issues concerning local, state, and national topics of importance to the Jonesboro community. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters, donors, or sponsors.
Happy Saturday, everyone, and hope everyone is having a great start to your day. As you can see, this is not our Thoughts on the Matter. This is Teen Talk Jonesboro. I am so happy to have these wonderful young people here in the studio with me today. This is our first show, and I'm inviting all youth mentoring groups to participate. So I'm so happy to have these young people today. Today we have Miss Shamaya Taylor, Miss Kashara Amos, and Mr. Eden Alube. Good morning to you all.
Good morning.
No, good afternoon. I'm so late. I am late. Okay, please forgive me, y'all. I've been up for a long time. Good afternoon. All right, so we're going to go around the table and have each one of them introduce themselves, tell them their age, tell us your age and what school you go to and what group you're a part of. So I'm right-handed, so we'll start over here.
My name is Kashari, and I go to Middleton High School, and I'm in 9th grade, and the group I am is Adjusted Crown.
All right, and so then we need to speak up a little more too. Don't be shy. All right, thank you. Go ahead.
My name is Eden Alube, and I go to Middleton Junior High.
Middleton, all right.
I'm 13 too.
13, all right.
My name is Shamaya Taylor. I'm 16 years old. I attend Jonesboro High School, and I'm here today representing the Adjusted Crown Mentoring Program.
All right, so I want to say good morning also. I keep saying good morning. I'm sorry, I do the morning talk show, so I'm still stuck in the morning mode. Good afternoon to Mrs. Kendria Borders, who is the creator of and leader of Adjusted Crown. Thank you for allowing your ladies to join us today. And Mr. Adrian Everett, and to everyone else that they're listening and watching. So we're going to get right into our topic. Our general topic is leadership. I want to get the young people talking about what they would do and how they would lead the city if they had the opportunity. So the main question is, if you could run the city for a week, what position would you hold? And part two is, what changes would you make to increase the quality of life of the residents? But we're going to tackle the first one. If you could run the city for a week and hold any position, no matter what it is, this doesn't necessarily have to be something you're going to do career-wise, but if you step into a leadership role today, what would you do? We'll start on the left this time.
I probably want to hold the position as the mayor.
Okay, go ahead, girl. And tell us why you want that position.
Well, like the mayor, they have there's a lot of different things they could do to help the people. They're in that main position right there, and can I answer the second?
Yes.
Okay. And for to help the people in the community, I would want to make sure the residents are able to get employed and stay employed by having certain officers in different departments focus on that specific topic to help the community possess the talents that are needed for jobs, and whether employers are able to attract the talent that they need. And also, I would want to create a nonprofit organization that helps those with disadvantages benefit from education, as well as those who have swayed off track from education. I would like to help them get back on track and follow their dreams.
Sometimes I think we tend to overlook those in the society who we feel don't offer very much. Like you said, disabled, they may have some learning disabilities, whatever the case may be. Sometimes we do overlook them and push them to the side. So it's really wonderful that you want to help those individuals still feel like a productive part of this community. Right, Mr. Eden?
I think I would be something like what she said, but a little different.
Okay.
I wouldn't particularly specialize in that type of thing. I'd say like just keep the city running and doing something to help the community in other type of ways.
All right. I mean, there's all types of positions within the city government. There's city council. There's people who work for the streets department. There's people who do maintenance to make sure different things are functioning properly. I don't think we realize, even people like me as a dog, I don't think we realize the behind the scenes work that goes on in the city to keep things functioning, the street lights, fire hydrants, I mean, little things. There's the people that make sure properties are up to code. So there's a variety of positions. And people that work in transportation, again, making sure things are functioning properly. So there's a lot of things that you can do. Well, even if you don't have a specific position in mind, what are some things that, from your perspective, you would like to see different happen in the city that you don't see right now from your perspective?
I'd say I'd like to change like how we operate, like let's say between laws and how things just generally happen.
All right.
I'd say that some things are unfair, like the signs over at Cedar Heights.
Okay.
People that are felons, they're not able to go over there, and it's just prohibited. I'd say to take those signs down or something like that.
All right, so you would want to work in a position that deals with the laws, the rules and regulations, the ordinances of the city, and maybe give people a fair chance no matter what their background is.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good, thank you. All right.
I say the same thing as him. Like the laws, I would change the gun laws because many people are dying out here, and it's just sad.
All right, so do you feel that it's too easy for people to get their hands on firearms?
Yes, basically.
All right, and I know the police, they have tried to do the gun buyback, and I mean, there's some people who just don't want to give up their weapons. I understand that. I'm not for taking anyone's weapons away just because I don't like them, but I do think we need some reinforcement of whatever's going on. Whatever's in place, there could be some reinforcement going on. So do you have any ideas on how, okay, if you could make up the rules and how people get guns, or just from the application process to the ownership process, do you have any ideas on how you would make some changes?
Maybe the only way if I make a law, the only way you'll probably get a gun is probably for hunting.
Okay.
And like to protect your house or stuff like that. But sometimes when people protect their house, they use the gun as another thing too. So I don't know.
All right, so then if you have laws for one thing, then you have to come up with laws and regulations for another. So would you say if someone used their gun for protection, would you have laws in place to protect that person? So if they shot someone in defense, would they be protected and not go to jail?
It depends.
Okay.
Yeah,
See,
it depends.
and these are some of the challenges that those in position in those positions they face every day. The law enforcement officers, they face these challenges on, okay, how do I handle this situation? Do I arrest someone for defending themselves, or do I let them go? And then that's why we have a whole court system set up, and that's a whole other nightmare.
But sometimes it doesn't be defense. Sometimes they could be lying.
Okay.
That's why it's hard to.
So they can say they were trying to defend themselves, but then it was
not.
Okay. It was, I'm angry, and so I'm going to shoot you anyway. Okay. All right. So outside of, what are some other agencies or other things you've seen that could use some changes made to them? I'm trying to be nice about this and not make anyone that works in positions feel bad about what they do, but from your perspective, and maybe from family members you have, friends you interact with, their family, what are some other things you would like to see run differently in this city if you had the power to do it? even if it was a social service agency, just say housing, food, people getting medical care, or just a variety of things, what are some other ways, some areas that you would like to make some changes?
Well, actually what you were saying earlier about bullying, how that needs to be changed, because there's a lot of teenagers these days that are committing suicide because of cyberbullying, things going on at school, and I just don't think that has enough attention as it needs.
Okay, so let's take on that. If you were in a school setting, you were teacher, principal, whatever the case, if you knew of a bullying case, how would you handle it?
I'm not really sure exactly how I would handle it, because there's like a lot of different, like, how do I put this? Because people who bully, there's something going on in their life as well, so you have to kind of understand that, as well as with how to take on with that problem.
Okay.
So it's kind of,
Okay, so there's a lot of factors to consider.
Yeah.
Besides just directly dealing with the bully, you got to figure out, okay, what's going on with them? Why are they bullying? So from you all's perspective, from what you notice at school, do you know any bullies personally? Let me ask that question first. Let me go around the table. Do you know anyone who's just mean on purpose, bully for no reason?
Kinda not. It's like they play, but like it like probably hurts someone else's feelings in a different way.
Okay. Eden?
No, ma'am.
You know, okay. So you go to a good school. All right. Well, if you saw somebody getting bullied, what is your first thought? Like, do you want to jump in to help? Do you want to go get help? Like, how do you handle the situation?
I'll do both.
Okay.
Same.
Okay. Now, in some cases, some kids don't step up. We see a lot of things getting recorded on phones. Okay. Why? Okay, I want to say why, but why do you feel that most kids don't step up and help?
Because they're afraid, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scared that the person who's bullying the other person is gonna bully them, and maybe pick on them and stuff like that. Or they at school, like, you know how you snitch. That's what they would probably get called at school.
Okay. All right. Everybody, you tuned in to Teen Talk Jonesboro on KLEK 102.5 FM. Show these babies some love. Give us some feedback on our Facebook Live feed, or give us a call in the studio, 870-277-1080. If you have any questions for the babies, please give us a shout out. We want to hear what you have to say as well. This is their opportunity to share information from their perspective. We as adults need to take a step back sometimes and listen to what the kids have to say. They have some insight that can be very valuable into how things are running in our city. So we want to start teaching them how to be leaders of this community, so they can one day, when they step into those roles, they are fully equipped to do the job at hand. All right, so let's kind of go back a little bit and talk about, leadership and community, things of that nature. So, and then still, we could tie bullying into that, because it takes a leader to step up and say, I'm not going to stand by and watch this happen. What are some other things within the community that you would like to see change, even if you don't necessarily work in a particular position? What are some other things in the community that you would like to see either change or different, or just be better?
I think I know I'd like to change like the homeless situation that is going on.
That's really sad. I would love to see something done about that. Okay, and that kind of goes back to what you mentioned earlier as far as helping people, one, get things they need. That can even be creating some type of housing situation, and helping them learn job skills and things of that nature. Do you have any other ideas on how homelessness could be dealt with?
Well, actually, sometimes the homeless, they don't want to get up and do things for themselves. They just want to stand on the side of the road and ask for money.
All right, so in those cases, if someone just decide I don't want any help, then you just let them be and put your energy into someone else who really does. Yeah. I hate to say it like that. Yeah, we all know in society there are just going to be those people who don't want any help, and so unfortunately you have to just let them be. So then put your energy into someone else who does need help. And I want to go back to something Aiden mentioned. There are quite a few people, not just in our city and our community, that have felonies. Many of these people have gone to prison. They have paid their time, they paid their fines, but they still have this record, and it's hard for them to kind of get back on their feet. And there are a lot of places that restrict them from visiting or from applying for jobs. So in that case, what could you do? What could be done to help these people kind of get back into society, get back on their feet, and start making money and being a part of society again? Anybody? Any ideas? Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of hard.
Okay. Well, bottom line, I just wanted you all to start thinking about leadership. You know, I know you all are in your different mentoring groups and you have a variety of different discussions. But at some point, you're going to come in contact with other youth from other groups, other schools, and we want to let you all know that you have a voice, you have a place, and we want to hear what you have to say, you know, because we don't know it all. We may think we do sometimes, but we don't know it all. Right, so we'd love to hear from other people out there, hear what you think. I do have some other questions we're going to go through. All right, so I do want to ask about this. It's not exactly, and this can tie into leadership, being a good leader. Let's talk about what influences some of your behavior, not you personally, but you know, from what you see at school. What do you think has a big influence on teenage behaviors, whether it's good or bad?
Technology.
Technology, okay. Why do you say that?
I just see a lot of people on their phones or doing other things with technology, so I'm guessing that what they see on the internet also influenced their behavior in the real life.
Okay. Do you feel that there are not enough positive images for you all to relate to or to draw inspiration from?
No, I think there is, but I think we're more drawn to the negative.
Okay, so you all attracted to what looks glamorous, shiny, ooh, that looks fun, that looks exciting. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think it's kind of like based off of what we see around us influence our behavior a lot.
Okay.
So like if we see a lot of negative going on, well, most teens will probably follow up on that instead of going more towards the positive.
All right. So do you feel there should be more positive images though to try to help guide you and nurture you in a different direction?
Yes.
All right. And so again, I'm calling on all leaders in our community. If we want our kids to grow up in a certain way, we need to be those examples for them to look at and say, I want to be like that. Are there people that you look up to now? Not just say, let's step away from the people you are in the mentoring group with and in your school. Are there people on TV, magazines that you look at and say, I would like to be like them in some way? People that exemplify real leadership, real positivity.
I don't know about that one.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, so all right. All of our famous people out there, we need to start doing better. Giving some better examples of what leadership really means. Do you all pay attention to the news? Do you watch politics or anything? Do you try to find people that look like you, women or people of color that are in leadership positions that you can kind of model their behavior?
I personally don't.
Okay.
Really.
Well, maybe I could challenge you today to start looking at other, especially for the young ladies, look at other women that's made the news and see if there's someone that okay, I like that person, and maybe I can start doing some research on that person and see if it's something about them that you like, that you can kind of model your behavior, your leadership skills after them. Not everybody's perfect, so you might dig up some dirt on some people, but there are a lot of positive images out there. And for you, Mr. Eden, I'm sure there's a lot of men that are making positive moves in this society, not just in Jonesboro. So, all right, we're going to get ready to take a quick break. I want to thank these kids and thank Miss Keandria for joining our conversation. She's a wonderful leader with these young ladies for Adjusted Crown. And so we're going to have another panelist join us after our break. So stay tuned, and we'll be back after these announcements. All right, come on in. Well, all right, we're going to have Mr. Eric introduce himself before we go to break. We got 30 seconds. Get on that last mic on the end. So quickly, before we go to break, introduce yourself and tell us how old you are and what school you go to.
My name is Eric Wilson. I'm in the 9th grade, and I graduated from junior high.
All right, so when we come back from break, we'll bring Eric up to speed on our conversation talking about leadership. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with Teen Talk Jonesboro.
You're listening to our thoughts on the matter on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
This is Leo with your KLEK Learn Spanish Minute. So let's say it's late at night and you want to go, you want to eat something, but you don't want to cook, all right? So usually you go to a restaurant, right? Restaurant is called restaurant.
Restaurant.
There you go. Restaurant is the place where they prepare food for you if you pay for it, right? There's different types of restaurants. When I start thinking of different restaurants, obviously I start with Italian. That's my favorite one. And we call it Italiano.
Italiano.
Then we have the Mexican restaurants, Mexicanos.
Mexicano.
There you go. The Hindu are Hindúes.
Hindúes.
Arab is Árabes.
Arabes.
There you go. Caribbean is Caribeño.
Say that again.
Caribeño.
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 There you go. I knew we would have a little bit of trouble with that one. Chinese is easy. That's Chino.
Chino.
There you go. Japanese is Japonés.
Japonés.
And Thai is Tailandés.
Tailandés.
Those last three ones, Chinese, Japanese, and Thai, are Asiáticos.
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 That means from Asia.
From Asia.
There you go. I am Leo, and this was your KLEK Learn Spanish Minute.
Stark's Auto Plaza at 2829 Red Wolf Boulevard is a proud KLEK supporter, offering luxury pre-owned vehicles sold wholesale to the public. At Stark's, we never say no. 870-203-9980. Details at starksautoplaza.com.
And now back to our thoughts on the matter on KLEK 102.5 FM.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Teen Talk Jonesboro. I'm your host, Wheeler Jones, and my guests today are Ms. Shamaya Taylor, Ms. Kashara Amos, Mr. Eden Alukbe, and Mr. Eric Wilson. I'm gonna make sure to get everybody's mics turned on here. All right, so we're gonna bring Mr. Eric in since he just joined us before our break, and let him give his thoughts on this topic for today. The overall topic is leadership. And so, Eric, the question is, if you could run the city for a week, what position would you hold, and what changes would you make to increase the quality of life for the residents? Any position.
I think after thinking about it, I think I'd probably take the position of chief in the Justice Department.
Okay, so
because I feel like the police, the Jonesboro Police Department, there's always room for improvement.
Okay.
And I guess for the people who are protecting us, the police officers, I guess it'd be a great start to start there.
Okay, awesome. So you would like to try to help clean up some of the crime on the street?
Yes, ma'am.
What about community engagement? You know, because some people, they don't always have a positive view or image of the police. So what are some things you would do to try to increase the positive image of the police department?
I guess, well, I think I'd probably get them out more, the officers, to maybe show them, maybe show them doing community service, because I feel like the eyes are truly a powerful thing, and the more people see, the good doings and the good works of our police officers, then I think the more they'd understand, what they go through every day.
That's awesome. All right. So hopefully, if you were in that position, you would definitely get the people together. And I think that's one thing that's needed even now. We see a lot of bad stuff in the news, but not all officers are bad people. It's just those few that make the news that make everyone else look bad. All right, so let's talk about what do you think influences your behavior, or not just your behavior, teenagers' behavior? Media, TV, radio, movies, whatever. What do you feel like influences teen behavior?
I'll be honest, it'll probably be the social media.
Okay.
The things that teens see on social media, I feel like will influence them at best with their behavior, no matter if it's good or bad, considering a lot of teens nowadays have the technology to see what's on the media.
Okay.
So.
All right, so do you feel there needs to be more positive images out there?
Yes, ma'am. I feel as if it could.
All right. Now, with that being said, do you try to seek out, I know you have wonderful parents and wonderful mentors, but for those outside of this area, do you try to look at other people, other men especially, that are doing great things?
Yes, ma'am. I try a lot to see other people, especially the field that I want to do. I want to act.
Okay.
So I try to look for people that are doing the same thing I'm doing, but in a good role. And I guess
it's easy to get caught in that music and acting and that kind of industry. It's easy to get caught up in doing the wrong things. And I've known a lot of people that made a lot of bad choices before they start making good choices. But it's possible to make good choices and be a good person and keep a positive image. You just got to work harder at it. All right, so I want to bring up, still talking about leadership. What do you want to do? So knowing that there's a lot of influences out there, you all know individually that you want to do something positive within this community. And you're never too young to start doing stuff now to be a great leader. What do you want to do to start leaving your imprint or positive image on the community that you live in? I'm gonna start with my right. I'm gonna go around the table. I'm sorry. We're just gonna. Not everybody want to talk at once. I'm just gonna call you out.
I'll maybe.
What are some things you do now that you feel like you do well to try to uplift people? Like, what are some things that you feel like you do now that you do well?
Make people happy, I guess.
Okay. And so what are some ways that you would like to use your gifts to leave a positive impact? Do you sing? Do you dance? Do you write?
I can do a lot of stuff.
Okay. All right. So do you think that you would maybe try to create some programs to bring people together?
Yeah, community.
Okay. So do some more community engagement, helping people that maybe feel down on themselves or low self-esteem or confidence, and kind of help uplift them.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mr. Eric?
I think they gotta try to make people safer, feel safer. Because I feel like, people aren't, I guess, they don't have as much trust as they do in the world as they used to, I guess. And I think that would be where I'd start.
All right. And we talked a little bit earlier about bullying. And so, the school that you go to, do you see bullying?
Yes,
I hate to say often, but I hate to say that. Do you see bullying?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you had the power to do something about it, what would you do?
I guess, to decrease bullying, I feel like teachers should try to get to know their students more. Because if they got to know their students, they can figure out what type of personality they have and can see if they could pair them up and who they should, who they could pair them up with that could be the personality they have. So I guess the aggressive bullying, I guess, can be put away.
All right, so, and that's one thing we talked about, and we as adults talk about, is we need to start recognizing these red flags when they first pop up. What's going on with our kids? Start noticing the changes in their behavior, because children don't just change overnight for no reason. Something happens. And so, all right. So adults, if you're out there listening, I need you to step up and pay attention. We have a few Facebook comments. I'm not ignoring you all. Okay, so I want to say good morning to Ms. Donna Kirksey. She says, great topic. Future leaders, our young people are our future. I want to say good morning to Miss Mabel Ricci Prunty. She says, keep up the good work. Hey, Shamaya.
Hey.
She said nursing, right? All right. I guess Miss Mabel trying to pull you into the nursing department. And then Miss Siobhan, oh, good morning to Siobhan Taylor. She says, eye doctor. Okay.
Hi, Mom.
All righty. So, Mr. Eden, if you could do anything to leave a positive mark in this community, what are some things you would like to do?
I think as a while ago, I said something about the Cedar Heights sign.
Okay.
I still think about the same thing. I want to take those down.
Okay. So you want to be an advocate for people who are treated less than others in society.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, is it just for people with felonies? I do know personally that people with felonies get treated a lot different. And they're not all bad people. They just got caught up in certain situations. Each case is different. So you want to try to help make change with that.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. What is some what positive mark would you like to leave on this community? I mean, I know y'all have all kinds of discussions in your mentor groups, and I don't want you to reveal, everything that's between you all, but maybe have you all had discussions concerning community engagement? Right.
Well, mostly from what I took in, what I remember, it was about basically more engaging in yourself, bettering yourself as a person.
All right. Right. Well, just think about what you have learned about yourself. I'll say for me, I love community engagement. I want to see everyone get connected to resources and information. And so if I could, my positive mark would be to make sure that everyone has access. For people who live, say, in the rural areas of country, what we call country areas that don't have internet, cable, whatever, I want them to still have access to information and to find a way to get it. I don't know, that's me. People who feel like they don't have a voice, people who are disabled or elderly or whatever the case. I want to try to make sure everyone has access to everything that they need, or at least get access to the services. There's a lot of organizations and there's a lot of social services, but I guess that's my mark I want to leave on everybody in the community. All right. So any feedback, any thought? This is your time to talk, share your ideas on anything. I want to thank everyone out there for listening and for watching. If you have any questions for our kids, please feel free to drop them in our Facebook Live feed. We would love to hear from you. All right. Well, let me ask this question. Adults are always creating programs and creating things. We're always telling you what to do. Go to this event, go to this program, go to bed, go to school, go do what we're always telling you what to do. So what are some things you would like adults to know about you? I mean, because kids have feelings too. Kids have desires. You might not want to go to this game, this activity. What are some things you would like us to know about you? And I'll go this way. Shemaya.
Well, really, there's nothing like specific. I would just want the adults and parents to really take the time to get to know kids.
Okay.
Instead of just do this, do that. No. Sometimes I don't want to do that. Take time to know what we like.
Okay. So get to know what you're really interested in before we just send you off to do some activity. Okay, Mr. Eden.
I think I'm gonna go along the lines as what she just said. I don't really like to go places where I don't really understand what's going on, or I don't have any type of insight of what I'm going to be doing there.
Okay. Well then, let's back up and go back to Shamaya. What are some things you're interested in? I want everybody to answer. What are some specific things that you're interested in?
Well, I'm interested in things that go along with my career, what I want to be. When I grow up, I want to be an optometrist.
Okay.
So I'm interested in a lot of medical things, any kind of medical programs. So.
Okay, so if there was some type of science activities happening around town, I know the museum on campus, they often have exhibits that are science related in the library. So if there was something like that going on, you'll be interested in that?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Eden?
When I grew up, I wanted to be like a circuit engineer, and I like science too. I'm not really big with math.
Okay. Well, you got to learn to love math. To be an engineer.
Yeah, that's the part that I'm really thinking about. So I just wanted to, like, if I want to do something around town, or if there's like some type of like Home Depot, that I heard they're doing like some type of engineering type things, and I would like to go do that sometime or see what's up like that.
So some type of internship or any way to get exposure into what you want to do in your career. Mm-hmm. Okay, Mr. Eric?
I want to go into the entertainment field.
Okay, so are there any things here, have you noticed, that can help you either get some acting classes or just get exposure to other people who are doing what you like to do?
Yes, ma'am, because believe it or not, there's actually been some Broadway stars that actually lived here in Jonesboro.
Okay.
And at my school, some of them come there so I can, get to see how their journey, see how they made it out.
Oh, wow.
And so, yes, ma'am.
So I know you don't want to limit yourself, but have you thought about what initial direction you want to go with your acting? Do you want to be on stage, on camera? Like, what direction do you want to start?
Well, I would like to be on camera.
Okay.
Because I feel like right now, on camera is where it's at.
Okay. Look, the star, the sky, the universe is the limit, baby.
Yes, ma'am. And also, well, as of right now, though, I mean, I'm with whatever. I mean, camera or stage. But I feel like, I guess, if I were to make it and be at the stage where I could choose, I'd take the camera.
Okay. Now, do you want to only be in front of the camera, or do you want to learn every aspect as well?
I'm gonna be honest. Acting the only part that seems interesting.
Well, I'm gonna give you a little, this adult Auntie Q stepping in. Learn as much as you can how to operate production, directing. Learn all that, because you don't want to be somebody that have to depend on somebody else all the time. Learn how to read contracts and all that good stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
Have a lawyer and all that, but learn how to do some things for yourself. So you never know. You might be the next Spike Lee and whoever else is out there. What's the guy that made the Black Panther movie? You might be in front and behind the camera at the same time.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Go ahead, man.
I would say beauty and fashion.
Beauty and fashion. All right. So tell us a little more how would you like to get some exposure into that? What are some things you would like to do, or activities you would like to participate in?
Maybe making my own shirt or something like that.
Okay. So getting into fashion design. So you think you would like to hang out with someone who actually does fashion and sewing and all that. So do you watch like Project Runway and other shows like that?
Sometimes.
Okay. All right, so I hope everyone is out there listening. These babies are willing to learn. They have a desire for a lot of things. So if you have an event, activity they can participate in, please invite them. I'm sure their leaders would love to bring them to whatever you have going on. We want to help plant the seeds now that's going to grow and help them grow in whatever future endeavors that they have. All right, let's see some more comments here. Miss Keandria says that we've only had 2 community engagement events so far, but we're pushing for more. The Back to School Bash and the Veterans Day Parade. All right. And then Miss Mabel saying to Eden, don't let math defeat you. It is very hard, but keep at it. And then Mabel said to you, Eric, the next Tyler Perry.
Oh.
Oh, yes. So, look, let me just tell you, do not limit yourself. When I was younger, I came from a small country town, and, you know, people with different mindsets that didn't have a big enough, they didn't see beyond what was in front of them. So they didn't try to push me to be more and do more. It wasn't until I got away from home and got around other people that I saw that the opportunities were limitless. So still follow your career path, but also be the best at it that you can be. You know, learn as much as you can. Get whatever is available to you. Don't limit yourself to just one, you know, little thing. Who knows? You will start out being an optometrist. You might be the leader in your field in research and technology development. You know, we don't know what's going to happen. The way technology is advancing now, oh my God, what is it going to be in 5 years? You know, in 10 years, and that's when you all will really be hitting the ground running. So, and Eden, so with engineering, you said circuit engineering?
Yes, ma'am.
So can you break it down a little more and tell us more about what that would entail?
Well, I'm not sure exactly what it is,
Okay.
but like I have this kind of idea, I guess.
Okay.
Basically, I heard the word circuit, well, 2 word, whatever. I heard it from a book, and it kind of just brought my attention. And I'm guessing it's involving like circuitry and building things and how to rewire and
Yes.
do things like that.
So from what I'm looking at, it's basically dealing with all the inner workings of computers and anything that run, like telephone, anything that has a motherboard, one of those electrical boards in them. You basically have to learn how to connect all of the wires and pieces and make sure everything's working properly. So do you find yourself taking things apart now, trying to figure out how they work? Do your mom and dad let you do that?
Well, I've learned how to do a couple things. I'm not gonna say like I know how to rewire things like that.
Okay.
But it's come to my knowledge that a lot of adults don't know how to hook up a lot of things. And I'm sorry, but it's true.
If it has more than 2 plugs, then I'm like, I don't know.
And so it's just, I guess I have a knack for being able to figure out how to hook things up.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's just me or if that's just everybody. Or,
No,
or there's...
it's not everybody, I promise. All right. Well, I'm finally happy that y'all are awake and warming up, and I really hope that you all get a chance to experience everything you want to experience, and hopefully, as you're going through your life, you start becoming the leader you desire to be, and then other younger people are going to be looking at you. Even now at your age, just think about the babies that are in elementary school. They're looking at you now. So start thinking about who can I be, who do I want to be, what image do I want to portray, even to those little ones that are coming along. So we're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll wrap up our discussion on Teen Talk Jonesboro. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in. Mr. Trent Taylor says, my baby Maya, good look, love you. All right, we'll be right back. Don't go away.
Bye.
You're listening to our thoughts on the matter on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
Young people of all races and nationalities have something in common, and it's not a good thing. Too many don't use condoms because of misinformation. A study from London found that young people rate a potential partner's disease risk and the need for condom use by their partner's appearance and how well they know them socially. We know that these measures have nothing to do with a person's potential to carry HIV or other sexually transmitted diseases. Experts think this kind of faulty thinking contributes to the continued spread of AIDS. It shows that cultural and social beliefs trump education among many youth. Don't be fooled. If you're having sex, especially with more than one partner, you need to use a condom. Male or female, young or old, AIDS and disease infect with equality. I'm Alexis Comer for Black Health Now.
Black Health Now.
Black Health Now is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization focused on joy in our sisterhood, power in our voice, and service in our hearts. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Black Health Now is brought to you by the Guide Right Jonesboro Kappa League, a nonprofit organization that guides young men to a life of achievement. Kappa League Jonesboro on Facebook, Jonesboro_Kappa League on Instagram, and JonesboroKappaLeague@gmail.com.
Black Health Now is made possible by CJ Pepper and the staff of Life Strategies Counseling Incorporated, counseling individuals and groups of all ages. 1-866-972-1268. LSCIHelp.com.
What's up, KLEK? It's your boy BT Groove, and we're back again with another skate party just in time for Valentine's Day. KLEK 102.5 FM presents Stoplight Skate Party, Thursday, February 7th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Twilight Skating Rink, 2700 Phillips Drive in Jonesboro. Now, you may be wondering, just what is a stoplight skate party? Well, it's really simple. If you're single, wear green. If you're dating or it's complicated, wear yellow. And if you're taken, wear red. You never know. You just may meet the love of your life. It's $5 to get in and $1.50 for skate rentals. It's the KLEK Stoplight Party, Thursday, February 7th from 6 p.m. to 9. And of course, we will be broadcasting live on the radio and on Facebook. If you missed it last time, here is your chance to come kick it with KLEK at Twilight Skate, 2700 Phillips Drive. This event is a KLEK fundraiser.
Support for KLEK is brought to you by...
This is a story I heard my late father-in-law, Glenn Sane, tell many times. Back then, when you ordered a part, you fill out a ticket, and a copy of the ticket would come back with a part with their signature who ordered it. Glenn got a call one day about a part on a rail car up there, and he went checked it out. His parts ticket was on a school bus chassis with his signature. He missed a number by one. Instead of a $3 part, he had a complete school bus chassis. Glenn Sane, God bless our troops.
Experience the joy with Bishop Adrian R. Rogers, pastor of Fullness of Joy Church, 2120 Thorn Street, Jonesboro, Arkansas, 72401. Wednesday night, Word and Worship, 7 p.m. Prayer Thursday night at 7 p.m. Sunday School, 9:30 a.m. Sunday morning worship, 11 o'clock a.m. And our Sunday night live service at 7 p.m.
And now back to our thoughts on the matter on KLEK 102.5 FM.
All right, welcome back to Teen Talk Jonesboro. I know the intro says our thoughts on the matter, but we're going to get that changed for next month. Don't worry. All right, so I want to welcome you back to our panel. I have really been enjoying these babies today. I'm sorry for calling y'all babies. I know y'all babies, but I'm old enough to be your mama, so y'all babies to me. All right, we want to go through our Facebook shout-out. Again, comments. All right, so let me go back up here. Okay, so Miss Mabel says fashion and design is a very lucrative field, and yes, ma'am, it can be. All right, so Miss Mabel says walk in your purpose. God won't put it on your heart if it's not possible and part of your purpose. All right, I want to say good morning to Miss Queen of Borders Smith. Thank you for joining us. Miss Keandra says, I'm so proud of these babies. Good job. Well, thank you for all the leaders, for all of you all that are over these mentor groups with these children, the parents, the grandparents, everyone in between. Thank you for supporting them in everything they want to do. So in this segment, I'm going to let them wrap up in their own way. Any final thoughts on leadership, and then give some shout outs to who is ever out there listening, watching. So let's wrap up leadership. What does leadership mean to you?
Being a positive figure and helping those around us.
Okay. Mr. Eden?
I'd say it means to me to not rule, but in a position of authority.
Okay. All right.
Before I give my answer, I just want to say shout out to all the people that changed my diapers.
Boy. You are, okay.
I want to just say shout out to y'all.
Oh,
cool people. And also, leadership means to me, it's kind of like, I'd say leadership would be, I guess, a person who puts himself in a position and doesn't abuse their power.
Okay.
And it's someone you can look up to.
All right.
Someone you can look up to, and when you need help, you can come to them.
All right. So I want you all to start thinking from this point and beyond, what can I do in my age with my gifts and talents to be a positive leader in this community? There is something that you all can do. Trust me, you have a voice. I know some adults will give you a hard time, but I'm one that's here to listen. I don't know it all. I can learn a few things or two or 10. So please don't be afraid to use your voice. I don't know if you all read a lot of books or watch movies with
I do.
young people as the lead characters. There is something you can do. I know the movies kind of glorify what's really possible, but trust me, it is possible to make your voice heard, to make your mark in this community. So don't be afraid to be a leader. Step up, speak up when you can, and be a positive influence, because there are some little ones that are coming after you, 4th grade, 5th grade, kindergarten, that are looking at you and say, okay, I want to be like them. So think about that as you're going through your daily life. So let's give some shout outs.
Uh-oh.
All right. I'm gonna go around this way this time. So you Miss Smiley Face over here, who's been acting kind of quiet. Go ahead.
I guess I can shout out my school and my mom and Miss Q.
All right. Well, thank you. Right, Eric. So even though you gave one shout out, who's some other people? Who's some other people that's been influential in your life?
Shout out to my mom. She gave me a ride up here. Thank you. And I love you, mom. Shout out to my dad too.
I can say this personally about your mama. She has driven you up and down this road to different places, to auditions and everything. So shout out to Mrs. Ashley Wilson.
Thank you, mama. Shout out to my dad too. Thanks for, not bailing, because, that's very cool of you. And I love you, Dad. Shout out to my annoying little brother.
Oh, no.
Stop taking my control when I go to sleep.
What's his name?
But I love you, though. Zayden.
Zayden.
And last but not least, shout out to all the people that never gave up on me.
All right. That's what's up. We need more adults to not give up on these kids. Right, Mr.
Oh, my bad. Shout out to TT Sonia. Thanks for getting in your car.
Lord have mercy. All right, Mr. Eden.
Shout out to Future for Felons, and shout out to New Life Empowerment, and another shout out to my family.
All right. I definitely want to say, give a huge round of applause to your dad, Ime, and Reverend Greg Ota, who are trying to do some wonderful things in this city as well. If you need some free computer classes, go see Reverend Ota at the Computer Lab on Marshall Street. He'll be happy to help you out and teach you a few computer programming skills. Not programming, computer skills, software.
I'm going right back there after this.
All right. All right.
I would like to give a shout out to my mom and my nana and my grandpa for shaping me into the person I am today. I feel like I'm doing great things for myself and I'm on the road to success. And also shout out to my mentor, Fanique, for helping me learn more about myself, and my teachers at school for keeping me on track.
All right. Yay. All right, so we have a few more Facebook comments. Miss Queena says, hey, my grand loves. Keandra said, he is so funny. Mr. Eric. Miss Queena says, it still takes a village. So yes, all leaders in this city, all adults, please let's gather together and really look out for these babies and try to keep them on the right path, because let me tell you, bad influences, peer pressure is out there waiting on y'all. And so it takes us to try to keep y'all in line, but still allowing you to make some choices for yourself, but still be right there and kind of get you right back on track. Miss Mabel says, I said Tyler Perry, but now I'm thinking Steve Harvey. Oh no, Miss Mabel. He gonna be his own person. We don't know what Mr. Eric is gonna be when he gets older. I'm ready to see. I want y'all to take your time and grow up though. Don't rush it, but I'm ready to see what you all are gonna be doing in your future. See what paths you all take and how you blossom in your various careers. And again, don't forget about, once you leave home, you graduate from high school, you can still be a leader. Even if you're no longer part of the mentor group you're in now, you can still be a leader wherever you go. Try not to get caught up in, again, peer pressure. Don't always follow the crowd. Sometimes the cool thing to do is to step away from the crowd, You will get talked about, you will get ridiculed, but that's only because someone doesn't understand. They can't see your shine. They don't understand your purpose and you know what you're made for. So don't let someone else try to dim your light, steal your shine, because they don't understand it. You still step out and be that leader that you know you can be. All right. So any final thoughts? Anybody?
That is my biggest fear, though.
What?
I guess. With the acting thing, not being able to handle the fact that not everybody's gonna like me. I guess that's gonna be tough, but I'll get through it.
Yeah. And then no matter what field you go in, there's always gonna be someone that's gonna try to knock you down because you're doing so well and they're not. It's a form of jealousy. It's just jealousy. Instead of them trying to figure out how can they get on your level, they want to try to bring you down to their level. So, yeah. Don't let them, back in it, I'm older than you. Okay, back in my day, we used to say shake the haters off. And I'm sure some of your parents maybe still say that or they have before. But anyway, shake the haters off. Keep it going, keep doing you. Do and be you 100%, Don't let anyone else influence you. So that's my Auntie Q spiel for the day. I want to thank you all for joining us, and thank you to the leaders out there. Thank you to everyone on our Facebook live feed. I really appreciate you all. Please share this video. And again, if you have a youth group or any kids that would like to be a part of this discussion, please reach out to me, Quabila Jones, on Facebook, and I'll be happy to get their name on the roster. We will not only be doing just the talk shows, we'll also be hosting quarterly powwow discussion sessions, talk about what we can do to start doing maybe some campaigns for Jonesboro. I want the youth to have a real presence here. It's time for us adults to recognize who they are and give them their space to be recognized. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, kids, for joining me today. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Enjoy the music right after these announcements.
Thank you for listening to our Thoughts on the